The day I found out I'd become a millionaire, I wasn't celebrating. I was just staring at a number on a screen, wondering what it actually meant for my life and for everyone in it. I didn't know it yet, but that same number was about to change how almost every person in my family looked at me. Not all at once, just slowly, one interaction at a time. Nobody warns you about this part. The day you become wealthy is often the same day you find out exactly who your family really is, whether you're ready for that or not. Before any of this happened, dinner with my family looked completely ordinary. Same conversations, same complaints, same comfortable routine we'd had for years. I had a normal job, a normal paycheck, and nobody paid much attention to me at family gatherings. Honestly, I kind of liked being unremarkable. At family events, I mostly blended into the background. Nobody asked me for anything because there wasn't really anything to ask for. Then one night, alone, I looked at a number that didn't feel real. A deal had gone through, an investment had paid off, and everything was suddenly different. I called my family that same night to share the news. Standing on my porch, trying to figure out how to even say the words out loud. Their first reaction was pure excitement, laughing, congratulating me, already imagining what this might mean for all of us. It felt good, for a while. The first few weeks were what I'd call the honeymoon phase. Every dinner turned into a celebration, and I was suddenly the center of every conversation. I bought a gift for a family member, just because I finally could. Their reaction was priceless, and for a moment, none of this felt complicated at all. My family started bringing me up constantly at gatherings, almost bragging about me to friends and neighbors. I didn't mind it yet. I actually kind of enjoyed it. But somewhere in there, I started noticing something subtle. Conversations that used to be about my life started becoming about my money instead. One evening, a family member sat me down and asked for a loan. Not a huge amount, but enough that saying yes or no suddenly felt loaded. I transferred the money that night, uneasy the entire time, not because of the amount, but because something about the exchange already felt different. A few weeks later, another family member pitched me a business idea over coffee, clearly hoping I'd fund it. The conversation felt less like family and more like a meeting. My family group chat used to be about birthdays and holidays. Now it was slowly filling up with requests, hints, and not-so-subtle comparisons to what I now had. Some nights I'd sit on the edge of my bed, phone buzzing again, wondering when exactly my relationships had started feeling like transactions. At the next big family gathering, I caught whispered comments not meant for me. Nothing dramatic, just quiet resentment simmering just below the surface. One sibling started comparing our lives openly, arms crossed, clearly frustrated that things had turned out so differently for the two of us. I got left out of a family trip that year, with someone mentioning I wouldn't understand real problems anymore. That one actually stung. That holiday dinner was quieter than usual. Nobody said anything directly, but the tension in the room was impossible to ignore. I remember sitting in my car afterward, engine off, just staring straight ahead, trying to understand how things had shifted so much, so fast. Eventually, it boiled over. A family member confronted me directly, accusing me of changing, of forgetting where I came from, right there in the driveway. I didn't argue back. I just walked away, down the sidewalk, replaying the conversation over and over, trying to figure out what part of it was even true. That night, I turned my phone off completely and just sat with everything. For the first time, I let myself actually feel how much this had cost me. So I started reading everything I could find about families and sudden wealth. Turns out this exact pattern happens more often than almost anyone talks about. I sat down with one family member, calmly, and for the first time actually explained where my limits were, instead of just quietly resenting the requests. The next time someone asked for money, I said no, clearly and calmly. It felt uncomfortable, but it also felt like the first honest conversation we'd had in months. The reactions were mixed. Some people respected it immediately. Others got upset, which honestly told me a lot about what the relationship had actually been about. Instead of ad hoc requests, I set up a simple, structured way to help the people I actually wanted to help on terms that worked for everyone, including me. Walking out of that meeting, I felt lighter than I had in months, not because I'd said no to everyone, but because I'd finally said yes on my own terms. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Money doesn't create character in the people around you. It just reveals the character that was already there, all along. The family members who respected my boundaries were the same ones who'd always respected me before any of this happened. The money didn't change them, it just confirmed them. I'm at peace with how things turned out, even the parts that hurt. I understand my family and myself a lot more clearly now than I ever did before. These days, I show up to family gatherings differently. Not guarded, just clear about who I am and what I'm actually willing to give. There's still real warmth there, too, with the people who never needed my money to care about me in the first place. That part never changed. When a friend went through something similar recently, I sat down with them and shared exactly what I wish someone had told me at the very beginning. Standing in front of the life I eventually built, I don't think about the money first. I think about which relationships actually survived it and which ones didn't. That number on the screen, the one that started all of this, I understand it completely differently now. It was never really about the money at all. If you ever find yourself in this position, know this: you're allowed to be generous, and you're allowed to have limits. Both things can be true at once. Money will always show you who someone really is. The only real question is whether you're ready to actually see it. Subscribe, and let's keep learning the honest way.